Hello and welcome to Frogboy X1 Gaming. I'm Andrew, and tonight we are doing Fanboys Anonymous. But first, let's talk about a little bit of gaming news. We have xCloud is now using the Xbox Series X silicone. That's why you can't find a Xbox Series X. So, and then I should have my review for Scarlet Nexus up tonight by 9 o'clock. Probably by 9 o'clock is when I should have that up and ready to go. So today's topic for Fanboys Anonymous is going to be quality versus quantity of games. Yes, PC Master Race is definitely invited to the Fanboys Anonymous. Actually, this is definitely mostly for those guys. No, I'm just joking. So, quality versus quantity of games. This is a pretty touchy topic. Hey, Azu, how you doing, man? This is a pretty touchy topic for fanboys. Okay, these guys freaking eat this stuff up all the time. Like you have PlayStation, exclusives and stuff. You have Nintendo exclusives, and you have Xbox exclusives. Me personally, having all three systems, having all of them, I can definitely tell you that all three systems have quality games and they have quantity games. So for the most part, I would say, I mean, if I had to put a finger on who has the most, quantity games, that is definitely going to go to Xbox, for better or worse. A lot of the first party stuff, like Halo, Gears of War, Forza Horizon, those games have always usually been fairly good quality in my opinion. And then you have the other filler stuff, like Bleeding Edge and everything they're doing for Game Pass, lately. I'm not going to say any of the new games that are coming out just because of the fact that we haven't seen those, we haven't played those yet, so we don't really know the end result of the quality versus quantity on those. But then PlayStation 5 now, we have the PlayStation 5's games, which I'm going to say it's about half and half when it comes to those this generation so far. This first 7 months, I would say we got about half and half, quality versus quantity versus, Nintendo Switch, mostly everything they put out first party has usually been pretty good, but Sony has best single player games. Yes. And see, Azu, that's another reason why this right here really can't be, do we have PS5 games or just 2 games in almost 1 year now? Yeah, basically 2 games. Yeah, I mean, we got Returnal, Demon Souls, and Ratchet and Clank that are, as I know right now, not coming to PS4 that I've heard of. I mean, we've heard rumors about maybe Demon Souls coming. We've heard, I think they're going to stick to their guns with Ratchet and Clank, even though I think they could possibly find a way to make it work on last gen consoles. Oh, that's 3. Yeah, I think those are the only 3 though. As it sits right now, I think there's only 3 that are going to possibly stay PlayStation 5 exclusive. Xbox, basically everything Xbox is making right now up until the end of this year, well, the end of next year, is possibly going to be. Nobody cares for Ratchet and Clank. Yeah, everybody cares for Ratchet and Clank, man. That's the freaking that's the GOAT. That's the GOAT. The GOT. That's the game of the year, man. I can't have you being that disrespectful, Azu. Ratchet and Clank is definitely game of the year material, my friend. It shines like a beacon above all else underneath it, and we all the sooner we accept it, the better off we're all going to be. I say Ratchet and Clank is a good game, but it's definitely, in my opinion, probably more of a tech demo for the PlayStation 5. But yeah, nobody I mean, that's kind of how I'm feeling about that one right now for the most part. I do like it. I do think it had a pretty decent story, but I've already found a better game than Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. I think Scarlet Nexus is a better game than Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. And that's just me. You know, I definitely think that game is better. Even that, yeah, it's not even that good. I mean, it's all right. I mean, I definitely enjoyed my time with it. I think the biggest thing for me, Azu, why I'm having kind of a love-hate relationship with Ratchet and Clank is because I rushed through it. If I would have just played through the game like I did Scarlet Nexus, I don't think I would have I think I probably would have had a better time if I would have just slowed down and played through it and because I mean it's definitely a game that I have no desire to go back and play again. So I'm kind of kicking myself for rushing through that when I should have just taken my time and played it to play the game instead of I don't know. I mean, I really did play that game to review it on the PlayStation 5 because I really had because I mean like I really have no desire to play games like Ratchet and Clank no more. I'm a grown man, dude. I mean it's a kid's game. I didn't even let my kids watch me play it, dude. That's the thing that sucks. You know, I mean, I would have if they wanted to watch it, but not even my kids wanted to watch it. So, yeah. And then Nintendo. Let's talk about Nintendo, quality versus quantity. I would say for the most part with Nintendo's, because I've basically bought. You want blood and gore? Not necessarily. I mean, I want a good story that's entertaining. I want, you know, graphics that I haven't seen before in every new game that comes out. I want new graphics that I haven't seen before. Of course, that's the whole reason to buy the games. I want explorable worlds, really good racing games. Yeah, but I do like blood and gore too. So when it comes to Nintendo exclusives, Nintendo exclusives, I would say, in my honest opinion, out of all three of the consoles, I would say Nintendo probably produces far more quality games out of the gate than Nintendo and Xbox. I mean, Nintendo has some, yeah, exactly. I think that Nintendo, if we want to talk exclusives and exclusive sell and exclusives are the best, I think Nintendo's are pretty freaking. I think Nintendo is probably the winner when it comes to exclusive games having more quality than quantity. I would say the next is probably PlayStation, and then right after. Well, no, I guess that's really hard to say. I don't know if I can put PlayStation that high on that pedestal. I would say I'm going to give PlayStation and Xbox a tie right now. Just because PlayStation has put out a bunch of games in the first of the year, Xbox is going to finish out the year with a bunch of good games, possibly, allegedly. So, if everything that Xbox has on the table right now comes out, by the end of this year, and we get a lot, and all of them are quality games, I think Xbox could definitely win this year on quality, quality versus quantity. And diversity, because I mean you got out of the PlayStation games so far, you've got two Souls type games. You've got and how many platformers? I mean, like Ratchet and Clank's a platformer. I don't know. I don't think you can. Well, okay, so I don't think you can label Godfall as a Souls game. But definitely, I don't know about their whole looter shooter thing or looter game or whatever. What's up, Capilla? How's it going, my friend? Yeah, tonight's funny night. So, if we break it down, I don't know, man. I kind of feel like right now, I mean, I'm pissed that Capcom supports them so much. Nintendo, their best games are coming always first to Nintendo consoles. I mean, Monster Hunter is one of those games that can force you to buy yeah, dude, right here. Monster Hunter Rise. Yeah, I picked up that Monster Hunter Rise, dude. I've been playing that. dude, I'm kind of blown away at how good that thing looks on the Nintendo Switch, especially on my 4K TV, man. Those cutscenes, them cutscenes look really freaking good, man. I was like, woo, boy. Force you to buy Joy-Cons. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I had to buy, my Joy-Cons were screwed up, so I had to buy this, I went and bought that Nintendo Pro controller because that stupid, that Joy-Cons just too much stick drift, man. And I can't play that Monster Hunter with that controller. I'm warming up to the Fanboys coming soon to stream. I'm warming up for the, honestly, I wish some Fanboys would come to the stream, man. And like, let us know how they feel. I mean, that's the whole point of this. AC Valhalla is better. What's AC Valhalla better than? I like AC Valhalla though. I think it's pretty good. My favorite one out of those three is definitely Odyssey. Definitely love Odyssey out of those two. AC Valhalla definitely looks the best in terms of like world and design and stuff. I don't know if that's. I've put more time into Odyssey than either Valhalla or Origins. Actually, no, that's not true. I beat Origins twice. Once on PlayStation 4 Pro and once on Xbox One X. So, I guess I should have printed out a page of everything. Nintendo has very high quality standard to go to their console. I mean, Capcom was blind until Sony forced them to make Monster Hunter World, and now they put their game into the PC. Didn't Monster Hunter Rise come to PC as well? Yeah, Capcom did not do that great last generation. Like the PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360 generation, they really were starting to fall off, and then they didn't even start really doing anything great until about midway through the not yet, but they are, right? January. Okay, yeah. I wish they would port that. If they ported Monster Hunter Rise to Xbox and PlayStation 5, I'd be so freaking happy because I really do kind of like the new layout of that game for the most part. That's good. At least it's coming to PC, man. Hopefully it's like built for PC and not just hopefully there's more vegetation and stuff like that because I mean this world can look a little bare at times, but I mean it is running on the Switch and it looks pretty good. It just looks it looks kind of flatter. I don't know, the geometry looks more like it's in the PlayStation 2 or PlayStation 3 generation. I hope so. I hope the visuals look like they're Monster Hunter World. That would be a lot better. High textures patch and stuff. Yeah, I hope you guys get more vegetation and stuff like that. I hope there's a lot of other stuff that comes to it. So over this last couple of years, Nintendo Switch has put out pretty decent amount of games. A lot of them are, like Link's, like that one that they're redoing, recharging $60 for it for basically a Wii U game. I don't know. I mean, sometimes I don't agree with Nintendo on that, but I mean, they're not going to put their games on sale. So, I mean, everybody that buys it is going to. But that's the issue. Monster Hunter is an awesome franchise, and that game can never be old. Problem was trapped in a stupid underpowered consoles. Nintendo. Oh yeah, you mean like the 3DS and all of that stuff. Yeah, I'm glad they're starting to bring this to like the mainstream. I don't think Monster Hunter World used that new RE engine. So I'm wondering if they'll do like a Monster Hunter World 2, because that RE engine, that actually looks pretty dang good on this Nintendo Switch, to tell you the truth. I I'm curious, man. Like I like Monster Hunter World, and I do like this one. I like the layout of it and stuff, and the new zip to little thing. I was playing around with it a little bit. I haven't played it since because I've been playing a lot of Scarlet Nexus lately. Like I am pretty freaking happy with Scarlet Nexus. I should be completing that tonight, and then I'll have my review out. If you notice, they didn't go with the realistic stuff on Monster Hunter Rise. Yeah, that's true. What's up, Almighty Justin? How you doing, man? Appreciate you coming to the show. Yeah, I did notice that. It's a lot more yeah, I mean Monster Hunter Rise is definitely a little more of the a little more on the it is a little more, it seems a little more JRPG. Hey Toby, how you doing, man? Doing good today. Doing good. I'm good. Doing good, man. It was an interesting day at work. It's getting hot, man. It's getting really freaking hot. So yeah, that's not good. Just thought I was so tis gonna be an easy port for PC, and they can increase the draw. Oh yeah, definitely. If they bring like new draw or longer draw distance and all of the freaking vegetation and everything else, oh my gosh, dude, this game's gonna look freaking pretty good, Azu. That's good, Toby. I'm glad you're doing good, man. Everybody complains that Sony is going to do remakes and charge $70 for them, but Nintendo does the same thing and no one complains. I don't. Yeah, they're still little kids, man. They're still like 12-year-olds that are buying this. They never played those games back in. They didn't play those games on the Wii, man. They they were born after the Wii. They don't even remember them. They're brand new games to them. Nintendo's smart, man. They just hit every generation with the same game, just looking a little better. So I can't. I mean, if your Nintendo console is marketed for kids, and then every generation you remarket that to kids with the same games for the same price, that's not dumb, dude. That's pretty smart business, actually. I mean, you increase the visuals a little bit, maybe give it some modern, movement and stuff with new controllers, and bam, there you go, man. A whole brand new game. I do not fault Nintendo for doing what they do. They took that what was it, Mario 3D World from the Wii U, threw in a DLC on top of that, and then sold it to my boy, and he was like, "Oh boy, I gotta have that." And I was like, "Dude, you had that game on Wii U." "I don't care, it looks new to me." I was like, "Dude, it's the same game." He's like, "Nope." He didn't believe me. I was like, "Okay, dude, here you go." Bought him the game, he played it, and he's like, "Yeah, you're right, it is the same game, but look what else it's got." And I'm like, "Duh, dude, we paid $120 for that game now already, bud. We're gonna have to pay another $20 for it, or $60 for it on the next Nintendo." Because Nintendo is a niche console, plus nobody expects anything else from Nintendo. Exactly. I mean, for the most part, problem is Sony is competing Microsoft. I don't think Sony's competing with Microsoft anymore. I think Sony's competing with Sony, to tell you the truth. I mean, Microsoft is completely on a completely different ecosystem now. Yeah, they still have a console on the market for first and third party games, but Microsoft is a completely different entity now. I don't even think that I don't even think Sony could continue to compete with them. I would say Sony's competing more with Nintendo now. Your boy was like, "Nintendo, give me free stuff." No, Nintendo don't give you nothing free, man. Nintendo freaking takes your money and takes your soul, takes everything from you. Nintendo is great, and it's always going to be great. And as long as they keep being great, I'll keep buying Nintendos. Yeah, exactly. Microsoft's competing with Google and Amazon right now. They don't compete with Sony anymore, dude. I mean, that Game Pass thing and the xCloud and stuff just puts them in a completely different arena now. So, I mean, we watched Microsoft for 3 generations try to take on Sony, and they got pretty close with the 360 generation to whooping them. And then it's now it's hello, Paulo. How's it going, my friend? And Windus, how you doing, my friend? Sony game plan to sell consoles. Microsoft is about subscription. Yep, exactly, man. Microsoft doesn't even compete with Sony anymore. So fanboys, Sony fanboys, dude. I mean, Sony's competing with themselves and Nintendo for the most part. I mean, if Sony's smart, honestly, they can just kind of fly under the wire and just keep doing what they're doing and putting out, their games and stuff. Because I'll tell you guys what, man, as a Sony fanboy for as long as I was, dude, I didn't really care about anything else. Like Sony was my favorite, and I was pretty blind. It literally took Xbox One X giving me a 4K image on my 4K TV that looked better than what my PS4 Pro was doing to get me to like, whoa, okay, open my eyes. Like, seriously, man. I was like, okay, yeah. Before that, dude, I was like, no, PlayStation's the best, dude. No, PlayStation's greater, way better. Just, it looks better. Didn't even care. Wouldn't listen to anybody. And now it's like, man, if you want to see some good visuals, you're going to have to go to Xbox. Yeah, but the thing is, I kind of prefer I do too, Zombie. I prefer remakes, not remasters. I want remakes with expanded gameplay and expanded stuff and better. Yeah, exactly. Because it reinvigorates new blood into a game or franchise, and it shows more love to a game. Yeah, exactly, dude. I am all about remakes and like high quality remasters, like Mass Effect. I never played the Mass Effect series 1, 2, or 3. Okay, guys. I don't know. I was always more into the Dragon Age when it came to BioWare games. So I never really took the time to see what the heck was going on with Mass Effect. Plus, I was a lot more income, strapped back then. I was in my early 20s and stuff. So I mean, my mid 20s. So I mean, like I was still struggling. Didn't really have a lot of money to buy a lot of games. So I had to pick and choose wisely. Which ones I was going to play. And so the Dragon Age. I played the Dragon Age ones. So I never got around to Mass Effect. But now that they redid that game and it looks freaking pretty dang good on Xbox Series X, that makes it so much better because now I get to play that with. I mean, it still looks. You can still tell that it is from an older generation, but the new coat of paint and the new performance and everything, it just makes that such a better experience that I'm grateful. I was so broke that I couldn't play those, that now I can play them. And I got all three of them for the price of one, I'm satisfied with that package. But I kind of screwed up, guys. I started playing one a little bit, then I switched over to 2 and was playing that, and I switched over to 3 and was playing around with that. So basically I'm doing each story, simultaneously, a couple hours at a time. I still haven't beat any one of them. So I was trying to do the first one, but that one is the hardest one for me to play because I don't know. I'm kind of confused. I keep getting, every time I go back to that freaking stupid starship or whatever what the heck is the name of it now? No, I forgot. Every time I go back to the Citadel, I get lost and I can't find my way around and it takes me forever and I just kind of get bored with it because I try to do like the missions there. Like on 2 or 3, I'm looking for this thief or something and I can't find her anywhere. So I'm just like, gosh, I give up. So, with the higher frame rate. So, this is the sad state I stuck with Sony during PS3 era and was ready to jump to Xbox. Then Dawn happened and I stayed with Sony. Now I'm watching a train wreck in slow motion with Sony. Don't worry, the train wreck will speed up. I promise you, Azu. Why wouldn't you do remakes? So many old games I want to play with a new. Yeah, exactly, man. That's just. Honestly, Toby, I would be completely happy if all of the game developers out there just went and remade all their PlayStation 1 stuff. I'd be happy, dude. I'd be happy for a couple of years. Dude, they could do that this whole generation and I would be happy. If they just remade everything from there, I would be happy. I would buy it all and I would play it all. That and PlayStation 2. They could do PlayStation 1 and PlayStation 2. Sony will be fine. They will still produce great first-party games. Yeah, they will. I'm sure they will. I have zero doubt. What's up, Azen? How you doing today, bud? Why are people surprised that God of War will be shown at the next event? Oh, why are people surprised that God of War will be shown at the next event? Can you imagine if they didn't show it after the 2021 release live? Um, did they say, is there a PlayStation show event gonna happen? Because I haven't heard anything and I haven't seen anything, so I don't know if that is the case. But Microsoft are not showing that much love to the Bethesda games by just doing FPS boost to those games. If they did, then they would. Oh yeah, I see what you're talking about, Zombie. You know what, man? When it comes to like Bethesda games, everybody's already a little Bethesda out with I'm perfectly okay with them doing Skyrim again if they redid Skyrim one more time, and definitely changed like all the visuals. They would have to remake it though with new animations and new character designs and everything like that. I would be okay with that. But another just new coat of paint and some more graphics, no, I want like an actual remake. I would Metal Maniacs. What's up, my friend? Let me see what you had. Let's see what you had. You said I would like to play a Splinter Cell Chaos Theory remake with. Yeah, exactly, dude. Everybody would. I would buy all three of those games at full price if they were remade with today's visuals. And yeah, I'd pay full price for all three of those. No problem. I can only name 4 games Sony will make this generation for the next 4 years. After that, we will have a new IP announced, and then wait. That and The Last of Us 3 will be at the end of the PS5. I think we're going to get another Uncharted before we get a Last of Us. But yeah, for the most part, I think we are about to get, I don't know. I'm really hoping that Sony's got some really, really big freaking IPs and stuff in the works to back up those super bold claims they had about all these really wonderful exclusives that Herman Hulst said we was going to get. Exactly, especially when these devs can't seem to really come up with anything original when it comes to AAA games. They pretty much fill. Yeah, exactly, dude. Like, we're living in the era of safe games. Remakes, I agree with that, unless you mean just porting to next console. And yeah, exactly. I want remakes, not ports. I mean, we've got enough ports. Like, anybody can port that crap. I want actual like Resident Evil 2, Resident Evil 2, Demon Souls remake type stuff. Hey, First Gothrax, how's it going, my friend? Hello. On topic, it costs a bunch of money to remake games versus upgrades for free. Yeah. I'm perfectly okay with paying for the upgrade or the remakes or whatever. Like, I'll pay full price for those if they remake them. For the upgrade patches, depending on how much they put into those, I'm even like for the Spider-Man upgrade on the PS5. Like, I was okay with that, dude. It was perfect. It worked for me. I was happy. I definitely wanted it, so I had no problem paying for that. I was a niche back in PS3, still is now. Yeah. Time Splitters, yes, Time Splitters. A new one of those would be freaking awesome. Azen, it's a rumor, but their next event could be in July. Yeah, dude. I mean, I think that Sony fanboys like, oh my gosh, they're gonna do one. They gotta do one, man. They gotta show us something. And like, Herman Hulst basically already came out and did that interview and said, hey guys, we got nothing else to show, so yep, have fun. I mean, they might come out and announce the new Call of Duty on PlayStation, like a PlayStation State of Play or something like that, or a special PlayStation thing. Because we really haven't seen the new Call of Duty yet, which is extremely odd. They normally show that off in like May or something. So yeah, I'm starting to wonder if we're actually going to get a Call of Duty this year. I'd be perfectly okay if they skip this year, to tell you the truth. I might be wrong, but Microsoft don't seem to want to remake their old games. I think that if Microsoft, Zombie, if Microsoft like went through and just started remaking games, I'm pretty sure they would have so much blowback just because of the fact that I think there would be too much blowback, and I think they know that. I think they can get away with upgrading games as they go along, but to go back and remake games, yeah, I don't know. People want new stuff from Xbox, and that's just kind of where it sits now. So new IP and new chaptered experiences in their IPs already is basically where I see is where I see Xbox needing to go, just because I think I think there would be too much blowback, too much pushback on that. First Gothrix, people are making videos about June 22nd was the leak date, then it was June 24th, now it's July, and well, yeah, exactly. I don't know, man. Sony's going to have something come out. I just don't know when, and they usually tell us like 2 days in advance. Final Fantasy VII Remake. Yeah, I definitely like the Final Fantasy VII Remake, and I'm perfectly okay with continuing to buy those. I know, right? It's ridiculous. I would rather new games versus remaking old ones. If I'm being honest, I did my time in those old games. Depends on how good the remake is on those first Gothrix. If they are freaking... If they're like remade like Final Fantasy, Resident Evil 2, and they have new and they have expanded stories, they have expanded environments, they have expanded combat and stuff like that. Like, I'm perfectly okay with replaying those older experiences if they're modernized. Yes, remakes. Paulo. Yes, remakes. RE2 remake gave me the same good experience and feel. Yeah, exactly. That was perfect. Now I do. I want Code Veronica next. I'll be okay if they give us Resident Evil 4 next, but I would much rather have Code Veronica remade like the last two games, but I want Code Veronica more expanded on. I want that to be more expanded on. I'm not happy with Final Fantasy VII Remake, to be honest. I'm a fan of the original. The remake is not even the same game. Yeah, it's definitely... See, Azu, the only reason why I'm okay with it is because I never really played through the when it first came out. So it's a little bit different for me. It's like a brand new experience for me. Miguel, how's it going, man? Welcome back to the show. Xbox future is looking good. PS5 or PS will be fine also. Yep, I definitely agree with that. PlayStation is definitely going to be fine. But dude, I really think Xbox is going to bring some fire this generation, guys. Like, I don't know. Like, I'm usually I'm very seldom ever really wrong, but I feel like Xbox knows what they're doing. I think we're definitely going to get some good stuff. Windows, Halo, yep. COD may, dude, I would be completely happy if Call of Duty skipped this year. I wish they would have skipped last year, to tell you the truth, because Black Ops was, I don't know, man, just not my cup of tea. This thing. What's up, Darkest Hero? How you doing, man? Welcome back to the show. They might only go online. Call of Duty. Yeah, dude, if they go online, it better be a freaking free-to-play one, man. Can't wait for Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 2. Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to that, and Final Fantasy 16. Really want to play 16. Do you think there will be an event this year from Sony? I do think there's going to be an event from Sony, whether it's more state of the plays for games that we already know about coming out, or games that are about to get announced. I mean, we still got the Tokyo Game Show. We've still got Gamescom. We've still got the Game Awards this year. We're gonna hear more stuff. There's gonna be more world premieres. So I wouldn't worry too much about it. Like the E3 hype for this year, in my opinion, I was already on the fence about it, like what was going to happen, but at least Xbox held E3 up this year. Like, there's no doubt about that. Xbox came and brought the power, or the party, and Nintendo did a pretty good job too. I definitely still think that Microsoft is winning that, but Microsoft going forward, they literally can't just come out and show us like 5 or 6 games like Nintendo or PlayStation can. Xbox has got to come out with like 30, 40, 50 titles and show us all of that and be like, yep, everything's coming to Game Pass. And I mean, when I say 50 titles, I'm like 25 freaking indie titles, 10 freaking AA games, and then the rest AAA. That's what I mean. Like, they need that content for Game Pass to show the public, hey, man, this is what you're going to continue to get, from Xbox. And they have to bring that basically every year now. They're going to have to show up they're going to have to show up with a lot of stuff. How many? Hey, Cabbage, how you doing, man? How many times have people played Final Fantasy VII? There's still room for a remake so long as it's done well. Yeah, definitely. Yes, but I like the old combat. See, me personally, Azu, I used to, when I was younger and I had a lot more time on my hands, I was perfectly okay with doing the turn-based combat. But now it's like, man, like I'm playing, like the one I'm playing right now, the Yakuza 7. I mean, like I like it. I think it's fine, but I prefer the action combat, to tell you the truth. I do like the action combat in games a lot more. Zombie Fanatic. Yeah, they should make new games as well. I'm not saying they should just do remakes. Yeah. Atari is also going to win. Atari. um, I was thinking about getting one of those Ataris, but I don't know, man. I'm probably going to get that Intel Vision or whatever it is, that Intel Vision Amico. I was going to get one of those. Frog, paint the room green behind you. I was thinking about that. I was actually going to get a little curtain that's green, but I want to find like a bright green one, man. Because I don't think Mama's going to let me paint the bedroom green, dude. I've asked her, and I don't think she's going to be okay with that. Junior's room's green. We painted that freaking room green, but she won't let me do this one green. Azin. The only thing I'm worried about is the 7 months that we have left in this year, and Forbidden West will be this year. Azin, I'm pretty sure, dude, that we're going to get that game this year. I know it's frustrating, dude, to have to wait, and we have no idea how much longer we're gonna have to wait for that. But I'm pretty confident we're gonna get that game this year. Like I'm pretty confident in that. I bet I believe they're working their butts off to deliver that. So I think we're gonna get that. So I mean I'm right there with you, dude. I do worry about it, but I don't worry about that as much as I worry about God of War coming out next Christmas. I worry more about that than I do Forbidden West coming out this year. I'm starting to think that we might not get God of War until the end of next year, and I was kind of wanting Gran Turismo 7 to launch in January, and then God of War by April. So I don't know. I'm kind of feeling like we're in November or December for God of War. Actually, Final Fantasy 9 doesn't have the same amount of videos Final Fantasy 7 has on the internet. Yeah, Forbidden West probably wouldn't drop this year. Too many games dropping. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that the PlayStation has to drop that this year, in my opinion. They have to. I mean, they came out and showed us that last month. They have to drop that this year. I don't think anybody's gonna. I know I'm gonna be mad because that's one of the whole reasons I insisted on having a PlayStation 5 soon. Action RPGs feel way better. Scarlet Nexus is a good example of that. Even Nier Automata and Replicant. Man, I am so freaking happy with Scarlet Nexus, guys. I'm gonna have my review for that up tonight. But yeah, just basically know that I'm satisfied, dude. It's a good game, man. It's probably I probably like Scarlet Nexus just a little bit more than Nier Automata. I mean, yeah, it's pretty good. Forbidden West is next year. I don't know. I feel like they're gonna have that this year, guys. I'm counting on that this year. Like I really am. I'm thinking November. I'm thinking late October, early November for Forbidden West. To tell you the truth, that's kind of where I'm thinking at. What's up, Julio? How you doing, man? Welcome back to the show. Hear me out. Next COD doesn't need to be free to play. If it is multiplayer only, it can cost $70. Yeah. And it can be a really detailed multiplayer. You know, I don't know if I'm going to keep buying Call of Duties that often. I mean, maybe I'll buy Infinity Wards and maybe Sledgehammers, but Treyarch, I don't know, man. They're kind of losing me with that. Also, Frog put a portrait of Phil and then make the Xbox anonymous, and then another stream with Jim Ryan picking in a blue curtain. Yeah, definitely. I mean, that's always or just do like little lights behind me, huh? Like blue and green lights. That's a good one, man. I might actually do that. I wish they bought out a Dungeons and Dragons. I wish they brought out Dungeons and Dragons multiplayer game where you could actually play D&D. I would honestly love that. Maybe have a map builder and good tools and stuff. Yeah, have you ever played Cabbage? Have you ever played Black Desert Online? Let's see. Did you read the original story for that game? It was so amazing. They destroyed it by putting any of that story in it. I don't know what you're talking about. Final Fantasy IX is better though. The story trumps Final Fantasy VII. Yeah, I liked Final Fantasy IX a lot, guys. When I beat that one, I want to get it, but I heard bad things. What bad? Or what did you want to get? But you heard bad things. What games? Windows 79. What games? Yeah, I know Final Fantasy IX is better. Gran Turismo can't drop anytime soon. Not after forever. Yeah, for Forza Horizon 5, they're gonna have to hide that for a little while, aren't they? Oh boy, let me take that back off. Sorry, guys. Gran Turismo. Okay, but Final Fantasy VII has a cult following, so but that cult following is getting pretty old, man. More action, less turn-based for me. I can't keep awake. Yeah, I'm getting old. Exactly. Yeah, that turn-based, man. I don't know, man. They keep adding so much to those systems that it's like it gets more confusing. If you haven't played one in a long time, it's definitely a lot more confusing. And yeah, I don't know. Okay, if they delay Forbidden West until next year, it was all planned because they want God of War for fall 2020. Yeah, I mean, I guess I could see that. I would be pissed too, but I do believe we're getting that freaking game this year, guys. I do. I feel like we're getting Forbidden West this year. I think they're really working hard on it. Maybe I should email the developer and tell him, hey man, I got a YouTube channel and I'm gonna need an answer, brah. I got a pretty good amount of followers now, so you guys have to start answering my questions. No, I'm just joking. I think Forbidden West will release this year, but it's going to feel short or padded because they needed to release on time and cut content. I'm calling it. It might feel that way, Game Punisher, and then they might do like a DLC like they did with the last one, like the Frozen Wilds, and bring a whole bunch of stuff back. I could see that possibly being the case. Azen's, I mean, even that would I'm even okay with that. Like even if they did that, I would be okay with that. If they put out a pretty good chunk of the game and then brought the rest of the story in with DLC and expanded the map and the world and stuff, I would be okay with that. Even if they put in like the base game or whatever and then expanded the PS5 version, I would. Sorry, PS4 people, but I would be okay with that. Yep, I read the original story concept, and the game was way better of the game, and was way better than what we got the release of Final Fantasy 15. Yeah, Final Fantasy 15, guys. I mean, I played through that. I got through that, and I can't barely remember any of that garbage. I mean, it wasn't complete garbage, but I don't know. Let's see. Sephiroth, yeah. Never even heard of it. Black Desert Online. Black Desert Online, dude, if you got Game Pass, go ahead and download that right now. Especially if you're on Series X. Yeah, dude. It's that game is freaking. That game is that you like Dungeons and Dragons, man. You fighting dragons in there and stuff, man. They did a pretty good job with that Black Desert Online. That's probably I've got like 18 straight days of gameplay on that game, man. It's pretty good, man. Low key, I wanted Square Enix to burn after what they did. Didn't you see their E3? They basically did. Um, gaming. Oh yeah. Okay. Final Fantasy 15 had the worst battle system. Yeah, I didn't. I don't know. I mean, I did like it, but I didn't like it. I was saying I heard bad things about Scarlet Nexus, but I wanted. Oh yeah, dude, Scarlet Nexus is pretty good. I'll wait for a good reviewer to review it. Oh yeah. Reviews should be dropping tonight. I did record one, but I'm gonna re-record it because I left out a couple of really important things that I want to emphasize in there. So I will record it after I'm done with this, and then yeah, I'm putting it out tonight. I do definitely recommend Scarlet Nexus. It definitely deserves all of the it deserves some recognition. Like I'm gonna liken it to the Yuffie DLC because this is how I normally am with JRPGs. Like, I like more serious ones, the ones that are more serious. So the Yuffie DLC, it kind of bugs me because she acts like a 16-year-old girl, and it's like, man, I like that. That kind of just bugs me. Like, I don't. It just bugs me. It's like kind of annoying. So Scarlet Nexus is the complete opposite of that. All of the characters, and it's actually pretty good, man. I really like the story. I do like the story. The combat is great. Yeah. I'll have my review out tonight. You guys will see the review. But does anyone remember Draken the Ancient Gates on PS2? Yeah, but I don't know if I finished that one, man. I do remember the name. I don't know if I played it or bought it or what. Draken the Ancient Gates. Yeah. The camera doesn't help the game at all. Yeah, that's very true. Game. What do you think will launch this fall, winter from Sony? I'm pretty sure Sony is probably going to have something third party for sure. I'm pretty sure we're going to get Horizon Forbidden West, and then I think they'll just try to ride the Call of Duty wave through the end of the year with that, and then start pumping out exclusives starting in January all the way to the end of next year. I mean, worst case scenario, we get Forbidden West in January. I mean, that's worst case scenario. I'm thinking. Through the end of the fall, I think we're gonna. I'm hopeful that we're gonna get Forbidden West in the fall, but yeah, I don't know, man. Herman Hulse basically told us we ain't getting nothing else, so yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with that. I followed this game for years, just to be disappointed at the end. I even watched. Oh yeah, I wonder if we're gonna get FF20. Yeah, we're definitely gonna reach Final Fantasy 20. They'll keep Final Fantasy going for as long as it's profitable for sure. I definitely think we'll see a Final Fantasy 20 and beyond. I mean, as long as the newer guys, the newer creators can keep making it, yeah, I wouldn't see that not happening. I'm going to be a grandpa at that time. I'm going to be a grandpa next month, or the month after. I bought it, Kingsglaive. Give me back my money. Right? That movie was amazing. How did they mess up with the game so bad? Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that's Yuffie's character. LOL. Yeah, I never played the first game, man, so I don't know, Toby. I didn't know Yuffie was an idiot, bro. Like, I'm sorry, man. Like, oh gosh, I'd have no desire to play that. Even in the Advent Children Final Fantasy, she was kind of really. I don't know if I seen Advent Children then. Kind of like that, a bit of toned down. Yeah, I don't know. What's that? KH franchise is a freaking mess. It's like reading a book, but oh yeah. Thanks, Windus. I appreciate that. I can't believe I'm going to be a grandpa already, man. Oh my gosh. Jesus, don't they see how bad? Jesus, don't they see? Oh wait, oh man, don't they see how bad that is? They showed us this game in May, and they still can't get it out for 7 months. Yeah. I'm. Yeah. I would be. I'm going to be pretty frustrated if I don't get my hands on that game by the end of this year as well. Like I personally don't think that they have any reason to not launch that game, but most of everything that's holding it up, Azen, is motion capture. From what Herman Hulst was talking about, it all has to do with that motion capture. You know, being able to get the actress in there and get the motion capture for it. So, I'm hoping that they can do that and get it all done so that we can get that out this year and polished. Oh yeah. Yeah, the dude fled to Gage 312. What did you guys think about that that gosh, what was it? Stranger of Paradise or whatever, that Square Enix game, the one with Team Ninja? Did anybody else download and play that at all? Cuz I downloaded it and I played 10 seconds of it. Once I saw how blurry and fuzzy that crap looked at 10, I was like, nope, I don't want to see it like this. I just want to wait until it comes out. Oh, Hellblade 2. Yeah, the motion capture in the first game was insane. Yeah, definitely. Hellblade 2 is going to get is doing motion capture and stuff too. I think, dude, I honestly feel like Hellblade 2 is going to rival Horizon Forbidden West a little bit when it comes to it. Kill chaos, must kill chaos. Okay, so you did try it, Toby. I mean, I thought it was all right. Like I don't know, man. Those fuzzy blurry graphics, I just like, nope. Isn't that the game where they said chaos 8 times and 2? Yes, sir. That is the same one. Square's dead to me after Final Fantasy 15. Oh man. No. Okay. I'm freaking stoked that 16 is going back to medieval like times. I'm so happy for that. You don't even know. 15, I was like, gosh, I don't like this new age hooey fooey stuff, but it is what it is. I mean, I think they were trying to recreate the Final Fantasy 7 with the Final Fantasy 15, and that just wasn't going to happen. I'm pretty sure that. Oh, what's up, Karzua? Krazul? Nice to meet you. I don't think I've seen you come to the show before. So there are 2 studios to cover each of what Sony first party will produce. That is why Game Pass will beat PlayStation. Yeah, probably. The good thing, if your game becomes a meme before your game even gets released, yeah, that's pretty bad, man. Isn't it supposed to be done in the beginning of development? Yes and no. Most of the time they save motion capture a lot for the end of the game, or pretty close to the middle, because I don't know. From what I've heard, is the motion capture is usually like the last thing they work on, is because because they build out the world and they build all the other stuff, and then the motion capture and actors and stuff are the things that cost the most money when it comes down to like paying for talent and stuff like that. So I think those are closer to the end of the rendering pipeline and stuff. So I don't know. I'm not a developer, but I always feel like that's closer to the end, unless your game is like highly like something like Kingdom Come Deliverance probably had like the actors like pretty close to the beginning of it, because most of the game revolved around the movement and stuff like that. It was okay, but the visuals are a step down from Final Fantasy VII. The gameplay is also kind of meh. The character designs are also not like Final Fantasy. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's kind of about the roundabout way I'm feeling about it too. I'm gonna probably buy it, but I don't think it's an exclusive to PlayStation though. I think that's coming to Xbox too though. Or maybe it's an exclusive. I don't know. I don't think it was. I think they said it was coming to multiple platforms. Stranger of Paradise, Xbox One X release.
Here is information from Wikipedia.
Oh yeah, it's definitely coming to Xbox. PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Windows, Xbox One, and Xbox Series S. Yep, coming in 2022. So they just announced it at the PlayStation or on the PlayStation or whatever, but it's coming to Xbox too. Chaos in the fridge. So far, Frog, the whole year is a disappointment. Ratchet and Clank is yeah, if Ratchet and Clank is considered the game of the year, yeah, this is a pretty disappointing year. But I don't know, man. I mean, yeah, technically that's true because a lot of that stuff launched with the PlayStation 5, so technically we really haven't had anything great this year. If you want to get technical about it. Well, I guess our choices for Game of the Year are Ratchet and Clank or Returnal. That Stranger's Paradise needs some work. It has potential, but I think it would be better if you could actually play with Final Fantasy, like the true warrior of light with his arm. Yeah, I think so too. I definitely think that I think so as well. I mean, I was looking at that Stranger of Paradise, and the biggest thing that caught me was the whole Team Ninja thing, to tell you the truth. I do like that, but I hope it's not like all Dark Souls or whatever. I do want more Souls games, but with Elden Ring coming out next year, I don't know if I'm going to really need any more. With From Software launching a game next year at the beginning of the year, I don't necessarily need any other Souls-like games next year. If that makes sense. It's probably going to take me a long time to get through that game because that's just what it does. It takes me a while to get through these Souls games. So I'm hoping that, yeah, Elden Ring. I mean, sorry guys, Elden Ring. To be Elden Ring is probably going to be a pretty freaking good game next year. So I'm really hoping. I'm glad we're getting Elden Ring at the beginning of the year and Starfield at the end of the year. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, I would like Starfield as soon as it's ready. To tell you the truth, I mean, if it's coming out in November of next year, that's kind of good. That's kind of where I expected that to be. So it's kind of where I expected that game to be. To tell you the truth, gosh, why am I getting freaking all yawny and tired now? Even though they will try to push God of War, yeah. I think God of War is going to be pretty good, but I wish Corey I wish it would kind of go back to more of the older style template or whatever. I don't know, and maybe make it co-op with the boy older. Maybe make like a co-op experience out of it. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I like my single player story too, but I don't know. I mean, it's going to be pretty hard to top that God of War, especially if they're going to try to kill off Kratos in the next one. I don't know, man. Honestly, if they're going to kill off Kratos, I don't even know if I want to play that, to tell you the truth. Like, well, I mean, they've killed off Kratos before too, but you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Game Punisher. Let it be known, Team Ninja has not been the same developer ever since Tomonobu. Yeah, that's true. The guy was, yeah. I I do kind of feel that way too, game, but I did like both Neo games. Like I do like both the Neos. So it's funny how it's considered on for the one of the most anticipated games for PS4, PS5, when the original Horizon was considered Medicore. It had just a nice concept. See, I'm one of those guys that liked Horizon Forbidden West, and I'm not gonna lie, man, the visuals definitely helped that a lot. Because the gameplay, I don't know, I thought it was pretty creative. You know, the way that you fought the robot dinosaurs and stuff. Like I was pretty happy with. I don't know, dude. I liked that game. I wish the open world would have been a lot bigger, though. To tell you the truth, made Dead or Alive and brought back Ninja Gaiden to the new age. Yeah, that's true, man. Ninja Gaiden was a freaking dude. I liked Ninja Gaiden 2, and then what was that? The Ninja Gaiden Black or whatever. I don't know if I really like the Sigma ones as much as I liked Ninja Gaiden 2 and Ninja Gaiden Black or whatever, but probably die for real in the third game. Yeah, that's possible. The guy was eccentric. Understatement of the century. Yeah. I also liked Horizon, but the quests were really not there. Yeah, I mean, like it was a game though, man. No, I'm just joking. That's why I'm hoping that this cloud technology from Microsoft can change the way that quests and stuff are made. You know, like I would love a game where like the people, like the AI actually like did stuff and created circumstances that changed the world dynamic and stuff like that. Like that's the kind of stuff I think when I'm thinking next gen. I'm thinking, like everything like AI, completely like writing, not writing script and stuff well, yeah, maybe writing it as it goes too, you know what I mean? Like open world events and stuff like that, like dynamic open world events that are AI based and stuff. Like that's what I'm thinking when I'm thinking next gen games, open world games and stuff. So Paula, they don't have a replacement. Kratos can't die. God of War and Horizon are the two games that would make me buy a PS5. Yeah, definitely. Those two games, in my opinion, are worth buying a PS5 for. To tell you the truth, I mean, Sony just wants $70 for it. No, I'm just joking. Don't give them any ideas, huh? Frog, you got to invest in cocaine. You're yawning so much. Yeah, exactly. No, dude, cocaine is terrible. A cup of Joe. I did have a cup of Joe, man. It's just the heat. Oh, the heat is getting bad. Gosh. I liked Horizon 2. I get up at 5 o'clock in the morning every day, guys, to go to work. Oh, damn straight. Cocaine, man. I liked Horizon 2. I could not complete a second playthrough, though. Yeah. Open world games are way harder for me to play a second time than linear experiences. I don't know. It's just once you've already seen. All right, friends, I'm out. I need food. All right, see you, First Gothlex. You have a good night, man. I appreciate you coming. I'll hit you up later. Everybody else will get the free option for sure. Free option. Yeah, but Sony will never make money right now with just exclusives. They're gonna eventually make money. I mean, if a lot of people start buying sorry, but Horizon was just way too boring for me. Cocaine, huh? Very suspicious. Oh gosh, maybe it's this vape, man. Maybe the vape and the heat is what's making me yawn because I don't feel tired right now at all, man. I just had a freaking coffee, so I mean, it's got to be the vape, dude, and the heat. It's kind of humid today too. I noticed that it's usually more when I'm humid. Um, the only reason why Horizon probably wasn't boring for me is because I like exploring open worlds. So it's a lot easier for me to just run around and do stuff when I start getting bored. I either when I'm playing open world games, I'm either exploring the open world and having a lot of fun, or I am just shotgunning through all of the freaking all of the story content as quick as I can. Uh, like I feel like I rushed through Red Dead Redemption 2. Like I was rushing through that when I should have took my time. Oh man. And then Junior, he drank all the Mountain Dew, so the melee combat in Horizon was lackluster. Oh yeah, definitely for sure, man. But it definitely worked when you needed it. Uh, Look, most people will just play PS5 with the exclusives, but Sony makes money with only with software sales of so third-party games bring more money than exclusives. Game Pass has that covered by a lot. Yeah, that's very true. Horizon had good DLC, great expansion, and that shining armor to get in that cave. Yeah. I got that armor that basically like blocks a lot of the stuff. Uh it was a shooter with arrows. Yeah. I like that though, guys. I kind of like the whole arrow thing with that. Um and all the different types of equipment you could use, like tying stuff down. I don't know. I think there should have been a lot more player progression when it honestly came down to it. Booga Sugar from Colombia will wake you up more than a cup of Joe. Get the mirror tray and oh man, no. Then I wouldn't be able to buy games, Punisher. I would be pretty broke all the time, dude. I'd have to resort to reviewing games on the NES. It's the Xbox genes in you, frog, that you like shooters. Yeah, I do like shooters. It was a shooter with arrow. I do. So let's kind of get back on topic a little bit about I've been I've been pretty impressed with Nintendo over the last few years with the Switch. They've definitely put out a lot more good, better content. Or Texas. Yeah. Oh gosh, man. I don't know about Texas, but I've been happier with Nintendo lately. I was really hoping that they would put out a Switch Pro. I was kind of waiting for that so that I could buy another one of those. I will probably end up doing that as soon as they. The best thing about the Switch, Frog, is like, yeah, exactly. If I had to play that on that little ass screen, dude, I don't think I could do it, man. I can't do it. It's just too small for me. And those games are such, well, especially the new Monster Hunter Rise. It's got way more fidelity in it, so it's a lot harder to play that on that little tiny screen. But I hook it up to my TV, and oh my gosh, dude, that game doesn't look that bad actually. It actually is looking pretty good on the 4K TV, man. I want Bayonetta 3. That's all I need, and probably Metroid. Yes, I definitely see both of those games being really good sellers. I don't know what's going on with Bayonetta 3 though. I mean, that kind of I mean, they announced that Bayonetta 3 like gosh, when like the first year or whatever. Did they announce that in that first year? Like when they were announcing Nintendo Switch, they were like, "Oh yeah, Bayonetta 3 is coming," and then nothing. And then Metroid, they announced that once, and then they stopped it. The era of portable consoles is over since phones exist now. That's definitely pretty. That's not very far from the truth, to tell you the truth. If Nintendo, I mean, Nintendo's starting to make phone game. Well, everybody's starting to make phone games, guys. I mean, they're going to find out just how much more lucrative that is, and they're all going to be off to making phone games anyway. So it was announced in 2017. Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought it came out. I thought it was announced when the Switch was announced, but I don't know. I don't understand what's taking them so long to make. Oh, a freaking cell shaded game, man. Like, come on, guys. Probably the Switch just can't run it, man. I don't know. Like the Switch, if the Switch can run Monster Hunter Rise, it should be able to run Bayonetta. And it's lost in time. I think sleepy gamer. Yeah, exactly. I don't know why I'm freaking. I need to stop vaping while I'm doing these. That's what's making me yawny. It's a damn vape. So, yeah, I don't know. I mean, that's kind of a hard one to tell you what to do, Paulo. I mean, if you've already got a 1X, you might just want to get like a PlayStation 5. Basically the same thing, you know. Series X. Yeah, I don't know, man. I personally, I think Xbox Series X is definitely by far the better value, but PlayStation 5 is going to have those really good one and dones. So, I mean, it's definitely a hard choice, man. Well, I don't know. I mean, if you got I don't know. It's really hard to recommend a PlayStation 5 over an Xbox right now, just because of the insane value of Game Pass. So hard to recommend PS5, guys. Pretty often. He relaxes pretty often, man. Yeah, I think Game Pass is an insane value to gaming. So I would definitely recommend Xbox Series X at the current moment. PC fanboys will get mad that you're getting a console to go with your PC. Sorry, guys. I don't think PC fanboys actually exist. I think they're just crazy or crazier. No, I'm just joking. The PC master race. So I was looking it up the other day, or I was looking it up earlier because the only desktop I could find, like in town right now that was already pre-built, well, at Best Buy, because I have a Best Buy credit card, was the XT, the 5700 XT, and apparently the Xbox Series X is faster than that. So I guess I'm just gonna have to keep looking. RTX 2060. PC Master Race does not even care. We can be stuck in an MMO for 15 years. Yeah, I know. Well, see, that's the thing, I mean, I guess you could just keep bumping up your So the PC games scale their visuals higher if every generation when you get new cards, or how does that work? I know it sounds dramatic, but I don't know how I'm going to survive with no games for 7 months if Midwest doesn't. I'm pretty sure you're going to have Call of Duty, Azen. Pretty sure you're going to have... Dude, there's going to be stuff. Is that all you really got? It's just a PS5, man? I do. I feel bad, when people are like, man, I got a PS5 and, there's nothing coming out. And I'm like, dude, I feel bad too, because I mean I sat through that last generation with the PS4 because I didn't buy an Xbox One until halfway through the freaking I didn't buy an Xbox One until PS4 Pro came out. I know how he's feeling right now though, man. Like I get it. I mean Game Pass, It's a big white router. It's a big white router. I mean, Azen, if you got yourself, if you could find an Xbox, would you buy one? I don't care about how others play. I just want to have fun playing games. Exactly, man. That's what I think. I think that's where most people are at playing games. There's just those select few, man, that are just like really, really freaking so headstrong about their choice of console that I mean, so frustrating. Come on, Windows. Quit being so. Quit being. Quit. I just got a PC a couple of days ago, but yeah, that's about it. I just only play certain games. Yeah, I don't know, man. I honestly, this generation, I think if you've always been a PlayStation guy for forever, this generation is probably the best one to go out and buy an Xbox simply for the value of Game Pass to have. But if you got a PlayStation 5, you should probably get an Xbox Series X, just so that you're not just so that you're getting the same visual quality for the most part, across both. Because I did always feel like maybe the Series S would be a good complementary system for the PlayStation 5, but that's just that might actually just make your fanboyism for PlayStation 5 even more. So go for the Series X. You're not going to lose money buying third-party games. Exactly. That's where I'm at, dude. I mean, you buy third-party games on Xbox Series X, and at least there's a pretty good chance that they're going to get upgraded. Doom Eternal Xbox Series X upgrade tomorrow. PlayStation 5 as well. Ray tracing, 4K, 60 frames a second. Let's see what id Software can do. I'm freaking pumped for that. And wait, I can say to you that it's awesome. I can continue my games on PC when I sit on my couch for the Series X. Yeah. I personally like playing on PC and the PS4. I'll get a PS5 3 years down the line. I don't know if I'd wait that long for 6800 XT. Is that 6800 XT really good, Paul? That's kind of where I'm at with that, guys. Like I kind of want to go AMD, but then I mean, I kind of want to go AMD because I want to support AMD, but at the same time, I kind of want to go AMD because I want to support AMD and they keep their stuff, priced pretty well to where me personally, I don't really care about ray tracing that much. So, I mean, rasterization of a 6900, I get $500. I get it for $500 less than the 3090. Cost me $679. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at, guys. Frog, nah, I want that sexy slim ass con. I don't think they're gonna get too slim. This PS5 is actually pretty slim, guys. It's not that bad. It is tall and it is freaking wide, but when it comes to slim, it's pretty freaking slim. I would say if you got the discless one, the digital, it's going to be pretty slim, probably slimmer than the PS4 Pro. I would wait for Intel ones coming out. Frog, don't go 30. Oh no, I'm not going to buy a 3090. There's no way. 3080. If I could snag a 3080 or something, or a 3080. Yeah, I don't know if I'd even buy a 3080 Ti just because it's like $1,200, man, like for a graphics card. And then next year there's going to be a 4080 and a 4090, and they're going to be even better than these ones. And then I'm going to want to buy those too. You only have AMD Ryzen 7 5800X RTX 3070. Okay. So, there are PC cases smaller than PS5. Yeah, there definitely is. Same size as the Series X. Yeah, those NZXT ones. 3090 is not even meant for gaming overkill. Yeah, I mean that's yeah. I know if I found the last one. I know I found the last one. Yeah, I don't know. I'm still kind of up in the air. I mean, I'm giving myself to the end of the year to try to get a PC put together, so I don't know, man. I want to get a good one. I'm really wanting to see this channel grow to the point where it makes sense to invest that much money for it, because for the most part, I'm pretty happy with my consoles. But I mean, if this channel can continue to grow and expand and stuff, then it would make it more feasible to invest in better equipment for like editing and stuff like that. But I mean, as it's sitting right now, it's growing pretty quick. But you know, I want to be able to. I don't know if I don't think I'd ever want to like be able to like quit my job and just support myself on YouTube. But I'll tell you what, man, sometimes playing these games and trying to do reviews and get everything out and keep my channel updated, it's like a whole nother extra job sometimes, you know. So it just depends. And I hope it doesn't kill my gaming experience to the point where all I want to do is make content as opposed to playing games. But wait till the 4 series comes out. Don't do it, Frog. Wait till the 4 series comes out. It's a recipe for disaster. Many have done it before. Oh, waiting for like the better ones to come out. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. It's already. I hear that the prices are starting to drop and get more realistic on that stuff again. I've been following that a little bit. Maybe they'll start actually putting some stock out and you'll be able to buy one. I've got like this thing turned on for Best Buy. If they get a graphics card, you know, the one that I put in for like a 3080, if they get one, they'll send me a thing or whatever. It's a recipe. Oh, you mean about? I meant about quitting your job and going full YouTube. Yeah, dude. Yeah. There's no way I'm quitting my job to do full YouTube, man. I mean, I make pretty decent money at my job, man. So I mean, doing the full time YouTube thing. If YouTube was creating like twice the income I'm making now, then it would definitely be worth it to, you know. But I don't know, if YouTube was creating twice the income now that I make at my job, and I was only doing it while working at my job, then that would be stupid to quit my job, because obviously I could handle it. You know what I mean? At least here you can chat with total strangers and express your opinion, but don't do it. But don't do it your full job. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, don't you feel like this year is going slow? I do feel like this year is going pretty slow for games. I've been feeling that way for since September of last year. I feel like everything's starting to slow down. Yeah, that COVID thing is really freaking. It has really made a lot of things a lot freaking harder, guys. Like I don't know. With Ratchet and Clank, got it. Yeah, Ratchet and Clank is the game of the year, man. I don't know, Azio. I think you're totally forgetting about freaking Returnal. Returnal is the. Yeah, the Tales of Arise is looking good. I'm not sure if you've seen the combat system gameplay. I kind of have, but I kind of haven't. So I don't know. I pre-ordered it. I'll just play it when it comes out. If I hate the combat, then you'll know that I hate it. That's when I'm a little worried about, the characters and stuff not meeting my unrealistic expectations. The Scarlet Nexus has really, really, really freaking is really good. Like I like Scarlet Nexus. You know what? I think I'm going to just put my the review that I already recorded on that because I wasn't yawning every 5 minutes. Little Devil on PS4. Oh gosh, Namco. Namco is on fire this year. Namco? Who the hell's Namco? I thought Bandai. Oh yeah, Bandai Namco. Duh. Yeah, dude, I'm liking that Scarlet Nexus. It is freaking good, man. Aizen, buy Scarlet Nexus and play that. That will keep you busy for at least a week or two. There are too many games coming out 2022. I don't believe it. I think they're placeholders for 2023. Man, see, there you go, being all freaking, there you go, being all skeptic again. And dude, I don't, they usually don't show us these games that early for the most part. And then let's hope it has new IP. Oh man, Namco, dude. I was like, what? Namco? I'm thinking like Pac-Man and shit, dude. Oh gosh. Yeah. Scarlet Nexus. SC was a nice surprise. What's SC, man? Scarlet Nexus? Old schoolers call them Namco. Yeah, exactly. That's why I was like, Namco, man. I'm thinking Pac-Man, and yeah, it does. The only thing I heard that's bad is the dialogue. You still have to read. What, on Scarlet Nexus? That's not the case. You don't have to read. They do. It is voice acted. I still remember Namco. Yeah, Aizen, everything is voice acted. It's just not. Oh, you did buy Scarlet and Returnal. I beat games fast. That's why I'm worried for the fall. Yeah, I'm pretty quick on games too for the most part. Until, oh gosh, dude, I really hope not, man. I really freaking hope not, dude. I don't. That I mean, like, I just beat it, bro. Great game. Hey, hell yeah, Jet. Thanks for coming to the show, man. You just beat Scarlet Nexus from the last time I was live when you picked it up. Yeah, I'm on phase 12, halfway through phase 12 right now. I don't know, maybe halfway through phase 12. It just feels like phase 12 is going and going and going and going, and I'm like, oh man, but I'm enjoying it. I stayed up way too late trying to get through it, and I had to save it and go to bed so I could go to work. Squaresoft, yeah, dude. When Squaresoft was Squaresoft, it was a lot better. Now that there's Square Enix, I don't know, man. I miss games like Parasite Eve. I wish they would redo that or bring out Parasite Eve 3. There was a lot of games from Squaresoft that I used to like. I was more into Squaresoft though on PlayStation 1. PlayStation 2, I was kind of more leaning towards like Activision and like some other companies, Capcom, stuff like that. And then PlayStation 3, I was leaning more toward Ubisoft. Parasite Eve, yeah, exactly. Yeah, you're on the last phase. Okay, that's kind of what I thought. It feels like I'm in the last thing. I got to this one boss that's like a circus thing or whatever, and I was like, okay, I was like, because that was pretty, and then it kept going after that, and I'm like, are you serious? You can't be serious. I was like, okay, what's up, LK Raw? How's it going, man? Let's see. Parasite Eve, the RPG Resident Evil. Was there an RPG Resident Evil? I don't remember one. I know there was the online ones. I know there was the rail shooter ones. I know there was the Revelations ones, and then the main games. I don't ever remember an RPG Resident Evil. I don't. Quality versus quantity. I say Xbox has both. You can also get access to 100 plus games for $9.99. You can even get Game Pass for 3 months for $1. Yeah, that's very true. It's very, very true. I have to admit. Oh, hey, Christian, how you doing, man? I have to admit that I am an Xbox fanboy, just like I have to admit that Game Pass is great service with hundreds of games. Yes, that's true, man. Well, that's why you're here, Christian. You're here to get help. You don't have to be a fanboy. You can look over the fence at the PlayStation and be okay with it. You can be okay with it. Just be grateful they're charging $70 so that more people are going to flock to Xbox to buy more Game Pass to create more income to get better games. Yeah, you were right. At the end, one more boss. Okay. Yeah, see, I'm hoping that I can just finish that tonight. At least that story off. Yuito's story, and then move on to Kasani's and try to finish that this week as well. But my review is going to drop tonight for the Scarlet Nexus. I'm happy with it. Even not seeing the end of it, I'm confident that it's good. There's no RPG Resident Evil. Yeah, I don't think there was an RPG one. That's what you mean. Parasite Eve being the RPG Resident. Yes, you're right. That is true. When I did play that, the first thing I thought was this is Resident Evil, but yeah, it's RPG Resident Evil. You're right. You're definitely right, dude. I love freaking Parasite Eve, man. That game was so freaking good. Why isn't that game a Lost Soul side ready? Which one? A Lost Soul aside? I haven't even heard of that one. Game Pass on Xbox, PC. Some games are cross-save. That's important for me. Oh yeah, that's important for a lot of people. Dude, I was so freaking happy, Paulo, when I freaking bought Assassin's Creed Valhalla on the PlayStation 5, and I could pick up right where I left off on my Xbox Series X. I was so freaking happy for that. I was like, wow, dude, every developer needs to do this. I think every developer needs to put out like a both consoles version too, It was one of the best games I played, especially two. That'd be crazy, huh? Like they're like, oh yeah, like or like $99, and you get both versions, for the Xbox and the PlayStation, and they're like, because I'd want to buy them digital, but I don't know how I'd ever get my digital. Like if they sent you like a digital code for the other console or something, that'd be pretty cool. I'd pay $100 for every game, so I could have two copies of it. It was one of the best games I played, especially two. Yeah, two was really good. I really like Parasite Eve 2. Look that up. It looks amazing. So, a Lost Soul aside. A Lost Soul aside. Oh, yeah. Okay, I remember. I think I remember seeing that. They showed it again in April. Action game. Okay, yeah. Lost Soul aside is a hack and slash game. Totally badass. Yep. Okay. I'm gonna have to check that out. I think I did see the thing for that, but I don't know. I don't know how I forget some of this stuff, guys. I try not to let myself get dragged into the hype over games as much as possible, because then I'm not sitting there thinking about it all day when I should be doing other stuff. You know what I mean? I usually don't start obsessing about games until they're on the console store, so I can pre-order them. That's when I get really happy about it. Yeah, I kind of like the way this looks, though. We're definitely getting. I'm really hoping that I really do hope Sony comes out before the end of the year and shows us some more stuff. What about that one? I like the Onimusha series. Was freaking amazing. I wish they would actually do a remake. Oh yeah, I remember seeing this one. It does look cool. Like I do want to play this. Isn't this like another one of like that Wukong one or whatever that monkey the monkey other game made in China or whatever? Isn't this another one made from like a Chinese developers? And then we've also got Crimson Desert that's supposed to be coming out this winter. Like I want to play that as well. Oh, that's the name of that game. Lost Soul Aside. Okay. Also need to check out Project DT's. It's basically Devil May Cry, Metal Gear, and Nier mixed into one epic game. Project DT. Okay. That's Capcom for you. It has the best franchises. Yeah. Has the best franchises that disappear. Yes. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff I want to play, man. But gosh, dude, until they put it out, like I don't know, man. I can sit and obsess about it all day long, but until it actually hits the store so I can pre-order it and know what day it's coming out, I usually try not to get super excited about stuff because like waiting for everything and waiting and waiting. I feel like we've been doing a lot of waiting since these new consoles have launched. To tell you the truth, I feel like we've been waiting a lot. What's up, Kevin? How you doing, man? Welcome to the show. Wish Capcom would bring back the Power Stone franchise. Yeah, I mean, but if you remember the Power Stone franchise, I mean, you might be a bit too old for it now. No, I'm just joking. I don't know. I mean, like Power Stone was all right. I never really got into it that much, but I could definitely see a lot of people wanting that to come back. Capcom is one of my favorite developers, for in PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2. PlayStation 3, they kind of like it kind of started going a little downhill, if you ask me. Everything started getting more action oriented when it comes to Resident Evil. Um, Everything was they stopped taking as much risk. They didn't really. Well, I mean, they did put out Dragon's Dogma and stuff like that. So I don't know. I can't be too hard on Capcom. I love the Capcom starting to remake stuff and starting to take and bring Resident Evil, putting a bigger emphasis on getting new Resident Evil content out fast. You do it. I haven't been out of the park with that stuff since Resident Evil 2 remake. Or actually, since Resident Evil 7, they've been knocking it out of the park with these with content a lot more than they have in a long time. I don't know, because it cut out. My internet says like a really low, really low bandwidth, so I might cut out the description. Sega definitely. Yeah, I guess I have disappeared a lot of franchises. A lot. Some of these pretty good freaking disappearing franchises. Actually, all of them are. I mean, I don't have a brute force game. It's been 3 Xbox generations later. I don't have a brute 2, so I mean, obviously, kill brute force. I like that game. I had a lot of fun. Guys, is stream on there. Mine, I have to end this. Don't know what the heck is happening. Freaking hell.